Hi everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm John Lima, and in this video I want to talk about my top 10 favorite spring fragrances for 2022. So I have here, as usual, my 5 designers and 5 niche fragrances. I will mention them in a specific order from 5 to 1, either from the designer, either from the niche. And so with that being said, let's talk about some of these fantastic scents here. And of course, first I will mention the designer fragrances, and in the number 5 spot, it's from the house of Narciso Rodriguez, and it is For Him. The original Eau de Toilette For Him. I think this is now discontinued, although it's still readily available in the online discounters, and just grab this if you like these type of scents. Now, this fragrance is very unique. It was created by Francis Courtin, which is now the in-house parfumeur of Christian Dior. So this one is a fresh aromatic fragrance with some woods and lots of violets. This smells, this is perfect for cooler, rainy spring days. Yeah, it has this wet, soily impression. Yeah, it's very aromatic, lavender with a lot of violet. The violet gives this soily, wet impression, which is very prominent, and it's just incredible. This fragrance is quite sensual, in my opinion. It's a more masculine scent, but it's unisex. I mean, you just got to love these type of scents. Again, fresh, a bit aromatic with this wet, soily impression with some woods. It's a bit creamy. It has some creamy, woodsy undertone in here, and I think it's great. It's a very unique scent. It's sad that it's discontinued. I love this bottle presentation here. I also have the Eau de Parfum, which is incredible and quite different from this one. And it was featured like a couple of years ago in my spring list also. So I really like this line. I think it's very underrated. And again, it's number 5 just because it's officially discontinued, but still readily available in the online discounters. So grab this while you can, and if you like this type of scents. So number 5 spot is this amazing, high quality scent, Narciso Rodriguez, For Him. Now coming in the 4th spot, it's from the house of Givenchy, and this is one of their latest release. It's their second latest release. It was released last year, like in the beginning of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And it is Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense, or Intense. So this one is just incredible. Now, don't get fooled by this blue coloration of the bottle, which actually I do quite enjoy. This is not your typical blue fragrance. It's not. While this has some blue characteristics, like you can sense some ambroxan in here, but this is much more than that. This has this creamy cardamom with iris. Incredible. With some ambroxan. Incredible. This is a very, very seductive, sensual, alluring, addicting scent. And it's very versatile. I mean, you get, of course you have, man, this is amazing. You have bergamot, a hint of lavender in here, and then you have, of course, the cardamom, this creamy cardamom with iris. It's incredible. I absolutely love this. I mean, I was definitely not expecting that a designer house would release such a stunning scent. I mean, yeah, it's more mainstream, but still it's different from what you get from other houses out there. I think this is a unique interpretation of iris with this amazing creamy cardamom and ambroxan. amazing. This is really great. This line is impressive. I have to say, I'm impressed with this line. I have also the Eau de Parfum. I also like the cologne version, although it's an Eau de Toilette concentration, but it's the cologne version. And now you have the Boisé. I think it's Boisé Reserve, which I'm very, very curious to try that one. So this line, I really do enjoy this line. I also like, I don't like the original, the Eau de Toilette, but I do like the original from the 70s or the 80s, like the real Givenchy Gentleman. I really do like that. It's a fantastic patchouli scent, and it's still quite modern for today's day. So I think this line is very underrated. I think Givenchy is doing a great job with this line. And if you like the Dior Homme line, I think you will do appreciate this one. But this one, it's still different from the Dior Homme line. You have the iris is always present, but it has its own DNA, and these fragrances are still very different from the fragrances from Dior Homme. This is very different, I'm sorry, this is very different from Dior Homme Eau or Dior Homme Cologne, for example. It's a fragrance in its own, and it's just incredible. It's a signature scent worthy type of scent, in my opinion. Number 4 spot, just because I just wore this a couple of times. I love the experience, but I want to use this more often, and I want to see how this one will behave during spring, but I think it will be just fine. This has all the ingredients to be an amazing scent for all type of scenarios. So number 4 spot is Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. Next fragrance, it's from the house of Hermès, and it's not Bel Ami Vetiver, which was my number 1 last year. I wanted to change, and I wanted to highlight this one, which I think it's very underrated. It's a flanker from a classic. It is Equipage Jérémie. I like these bottle presentations. I really do love this bottle presentation. It's very elegant, very chic, very French, if that makes sense. I really do like this. And this fragrance is not for everyone though. Now, I actually do prefer this one to the original Equipage, which I think it's a bit too old school for me. But this one, although it's still old school, but it's an old school for modern days, if that makes sense. So this is fantastic. Yeah, aromatic. You have lavender, geranium, of course. Very spicy. You have nutmeg, cumin. After all, this was created by Jean-Claude Ellena. This was released in 2015, and it's a stunning scent. It's woodsy in the base, very woodsy. You have cedarwood, sandalwood, but you have all type of herbs. It's very green, herbal, aromatic, very spicy, with then some woodsy undertones. It's incredible. If you like fragrances like Déclaration, although Déclaration is more spicy than it is floral and herbal, but if you like those type of fragrances, I think you will do appreciate this one. If you like spicy, more old school fragrances, I think this one will definitely be the one for you. This is very gentlemanly scent. This is a very mature fragrance, very serious. This is perfect for the office, in my opinion. And it's basically the only situation that I see myself wearing this. Of course, I can pull this if I'm more in the mood for this type of scent. I can wear this, during a casual Sunday evening, Sunday morning. But I feel myself wearing this one more in the office because it's a serious fragrance. It really is like an austere, fresh, herbal, spicy, woodsy scent. Could be a signature scent, of course, but for me, I think it's too serious to wear as and a bit too old school to wear every day. But still, I do appreciate this one. This is a high quality fragrance, and it's perfect for spring, also for fall, but for me, it's amazing for spring. I really do like this one. It's very underrated, and again, if you don't appreciate two old school fragrances, I think you should still give this one a shot. It's great, and again, it has a Jean-Claude Ellena quality stamp, so I mean, just try this. It's amazing. It's Equipage Geranium, perfect for spring, and it's my number 3. Now the next fragrance, it's from the house of Loewe, and it's already one of my favorite discoveries of this year. It's Loewe 001 Man. This is the Eau de Parfum. I mean, really, I really like this bottle presentation. I mean, it's very clean, very chic, very elegant. I love the woody cap here, and it has some weight. This fragrance, I mean, wow, simply wow. Such a high quality scent. Loewe has such high quality fragrances and quite unique fragrances. Now this is fresh citrusy iris with a hint of carrot seed. It's a bit herbal and very woodsy, like this creamy woodsy undertones with a lot of iris. But it's so smooth. It's just soft, smooth, creamy, a bit fresh in the opening. I mean, seriously, this fragrance is incredible. This, again, it's a fragrance that goes in the realm of Dior Homme, but it's still quite different. I love iris, and I think iris works wonderfully during the springtime. I mean, iris works wonderfully every day for me, because I really do love iris. But especially on spring, I think iris really blooms. And this one it's just incredible. I mean, seriously, so elegant and so sophisticated and so sexy. It's really sexy, this fragrance. It's a bit musky as well, like ambrette. It seems that it has ambrette seeds in here. I absolutely love this. It's a fragrance that I really do advise you to check this one out. If you don't like the makeup touch of Dior Homme, I think this is a fragrance that it's really for you. It's Loewe 001 Man Eau de Parfum. I mean, it's just to die for. Number 2 spot. And my number 1 for spring of 2022, it's from the house of, exactly, Chanel. And it's not an fragrance from the Les Exclusives. I was very tempted to feature Sycamore, but well, I want to wear this one more, and I think this one fits better the springtime. And it's more affordable, much more affordable. It is Chanel number 19 Eau de Parfum. I mean, just the color of the liquid, I mean, it screams spring. This is one of my all-time favorite green fragrances. Definitely my favorite green fragrance from the designer realm. Chanel number 19, although it's marketed towards women, this is really unisex in my opinion. It's galbanum. Of course, the galbanum in here is the most prominent note. It creates this very green, bit resinous nuance with iris. Of course, it also has iris, and it has a lot of florals. You have ylang ylang, lily of the valley, jasmine. And although I'm not a big fan of ylang ylang, the ylang ylang here, it's barely noticeable. I mean, the florals that you can really smell, it's the lily of the valley with a hint of jasmine and a hint of iris, especially iris. This is more like galbanum, iris, jasmine, lily of the valley. It's incredible. It's simply to die for. And it has, again, some earthiness in here, some woodsy earthiness in the base. But this is magic in a bottle. It's perfect for spring. It's one of the best green fragrances ever created, one of the best galbanum fragrances out there, hands down. Chanel number 19 Eau de Parfum, and lasts the entire day. It's definitely my number one spring fragrance for 2022, and I just love the classic, the iconic bottle presentation of this one. It's Chanel number 19 Eau de Parfum. My number one spot in the designer side of things. And now let's talk about some amazing niche fragrances for spring. Coming in number 5 spot, it's from the house of Italibre d'Orange, and it is Fat Electrician. Man, I just love this name, Fat Electrician. This fragrance is vetiver, and I love vetiver during spring. Vetiver works wonderfully during springtime. And I recently talked about my favorite vetiver fragrances, so feel free to check that video out if you have yet to. And that's why I wanted to feature also Sycamore, but well, I will feature this one. I was, well, very undecided if I would mention this one or maybe Rojadov Vetiver, the Parfum Cologne concentration. And others, I mean, Profumo Broma Audace, you name it. But I ended up with this one. First, because this one is more affordable than any others that I already mentioned. Second, this is quite unique. The only downside of this fragrance is really the performance. It's a bit, it's in the lighter side, let's say. I mean, of course, you can always respray, but still, I wanted that this fragrance would last a bit more than just, 4 hours. Because like you have vetiver, but you have also this creamy nuttiness, like this creamy chestnut with vetiver, bit resinous also. I mean, it's very unique. It's a very unique vetiver scent. The vetiver here, it's your typical green, grassy, earthy vetiver. But then you have this chestnut, creamy chestnut in here with some citruses on top. And it has this a resinous nuance, like a hint of labdanum or myrrh, should I say. But it's definitely a bit resinous. And again, it's very unique, and the fragrance itself, it's a high quality scent. So that's why I think this one definitely deserves to be featured in here. Yeah, again, although this is an eau de parfum, the performance isn't amazing. At least on my skin. Doesn't last that long, unfortunately, because the smell is fantastic. It's really great. So the number 5 spot, it's a great vetiver scent, very unique and quite affordable when you will compare with other fragrances in the niche side of things. Like this is a 100 ml bottle size, and the price goes for 135 euros. So I mean, retail. So I mean, I think it's really great. It's a great bang for your buck for a niche fragrance with this quality, with this uniqueness. And again, it's a great vetiver for spring. It's Fat Electrician from Italibre d'Orange, number 5 spot. Coming in number 4 spot, it's from the house of MDCI Parfum, and it's my favorite barbershop scent. It is Invasion Barbare. And I mean, look at the ridiculous dent that this bottle has. I mean, insane. I have this bottle for 3 years. I mean, just look. It's just mind-blowing. I have a collection of over 360 fragrances. And you can see how much I already wore this. Yeah, this is the only MDC that I have yet, because I really want to add Chypre Palatin. I absolutely love that fragrance, and it's a must-have. And this one also. It's lavender. It's citruses. It has vanilla. This definitely has some sweet creaminess underneath, but with lots of lavender and citruses. I mean, I just love this. I think it's one of the best. I will not say the best, because you have a lot of great barbershop fragrances out there, but it's definitely my favorite. This is my favorite barbershop scent, which lasts the entire day. Amazing quality scent right here. And it's those type of fragrances that I will always have in my collection. I just love this. Since day one, it was love at first sniff. And so yeah, it's a great scent. It's perfect for spring. It's a great signature scent, fragrance, but especially for spring. I mean, it's lavender, it's a barbershop scent, a modern barbershop scent, to be more accurate in my opinion, of course, because of these sweet vanilla undertones. I just love this. It's MDCI Parfum. It's so elegant and just incredible. Just try this one for yourself. Number 4 spot, Invasion Barbare by MDCI Parfum. Coming in the number 3 spot, it's from the house of Amouage, and wow, I love this. I really do. And it's been a while since I featured this fragrance in a video, and it is Amouage Lyric Man. Lyric Man. It was one of my first Amouage purchases, and this is the reason why I love rose fragrances. Amouage, wow, a fresh, citrusy, like bergamot with rose, with this fresh but full, so rich and full rose. Wow, man, this is incredible. I absolutely love this. It's one of the best rose fragrances out there, hands down. A fresh, velvety, full red rose with some musk. This is rose for men. Definitely, this leans more into the masculine side of things. I would love to try Lyric Woman because it has its cult following, but I love this. Lyric Man from Amouage, I mean, it's one of the best rose fragrances ever created, in my opinion. And I have this strong bond with this one because, one, it was one of my first fragrances from Amouage that I purchased, and I love Amouage. And I love rose, and this is the reason why I started to appreciate rose. So I have a really strong connection with this fragrance, but it's been a while since I wore this, and it seems like I'm rediscovering it again, which is amazing. Wow, it's perfect for spring. It's just perfect for spring. Actually, rose fragrances are perfect for spring. Any florals are perfect for spring, especially this one. It's Lyric Man from Amouage, number 3 spot. Now coming in the number 2 spot, it's from the house of Profumum Roma, and I was debating between this one or Ichnusa. Ichnusa is a fantastic fig fragrance, with more on the fig leaf, like this green fig leaf, but it has also this fig fruit underneath. And yeah, I was debating between that one, which is great for spring, or this one, Orangea. Orangea, I think it was featured on my last year's spring list, and I think it was number 1. Now, this year will be number 2, but still, it's here. I mean, I absolutely love this. This fragrance, Orange Blossom, one of the best orange blossom fragrances that I ever tried. It's so damn realistic, and it has this natural feel. I'm not saying that this has natural ingredients, but definitely comes across as a natural, realistic orange blossom. It's like you are under an orange blossom tree, literally. It's green, it's sparkly, it's floral. It's just to die for. It's soapy, has a soapiness in here. Wow. This is perfect for spring. And of course you have orange blossom. It's a very green, floral, citrusy scent. Soapy, a bit soapy. It's just to die for. This fragrance is to die for. Signature scent worthy again. And if you like these type of fragrances, like if you like neroli, I'm appreciating neroli more and more, but I definitely prefer orange blossom. I love orange fragrances. I love citruses overall. And this one has orange, and again orange blossom. Orange blossom here is the most prominent note. This realistic green, soapy orange blossom, like incredible. It seems like you are in the nature. This fragrance is magic. I absolutely love this. If you like these type of fragrances, incredible. Again, if you like these type of fragrances, check this one out. Very long lasting, like all Parfumum Roma fragrances are. I wore this so much last year, and I will wear this even more during this year. It's my number 2 is Parfumum Roma Orangea. And last but definitely not least, my number 1 fragrance for the springtime in the niche side of things for 2022. It's from the house of Frédéric Malle, and it is French Lover. French Lover is my favorite green scent in the niche side of things. Wow, absolutely incredible. Again, galbanum, but this has more woods. Whilst in Chanel number 19 you get more florals, especially with iris, jasmine. Here, galbanum, yes, the most prominent note, but then you have a hint of vetiver, you have a hint of cedar wood. It's definitely more masculine, I would say. It leans more to the masculine side of things, although unisex. But I absolutely love this. French Lover is to die for. It's a bit citrusy on top, lots of galbanum, which gives this green, a bit resinous nuance with lots of woods. I just love this, and it's a bit herbal in here. You also have some herbal nuances. Yes, definitely, it's herbal, citrusy, the galbanum, green, and woodsy. I love this so much. That's why it's in this list, of course, and that's why it's my number 1. Love this. I wore this one a lot actually last year, and I will wear this one. Like Orangea, I will wear this even more this year. I love this. It's again French Lover from Frédéric Malle as my number 1 spring fragrance in the niche side of things for 2022, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what fragrances will you wear during the springtime? What fragrances would you suggest me to try for this spring period? Tell me everything in the comments down below, guys, and see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Ciao.